They're in the starter's hands. The gun should be going any moment. Of course, the swimmers are on the line first. This is the board rescue. We do have the defending, well, one of the defending champions with us, of course, a teams event, and that's Carla Gilbert. We'll get to Carla in a moment. The board rescue sees a swimmer go out, signal, and when the signal is given, then the board paddler can head on out and pick up that swimmer, and the two of them have to finish across the line with the board in control as they cross the line. Carla Gilbert, in these conditions, of course, one thing that you really have to concentrate on if you're the swimmer is when you get to the can, keep your arm up, because the person on the beach, if you're behind a swell, may not see that you've signalled.
Yeah, definitely. I must say that I think today's race is going to be very difficult for the swimmers. Not only do they have to decide where they're going to go out against the current and the wind, there's ribs going out, and also going out there, they're not going to be able to see the cans very often. So if I was them, I would just be trying to pick out the right way to go and then just putting my head down till I thought I could see the cans, stick it up, and then just 6-speed kick all the way into the cans. But it is going to be very hard. But I'd like to say that I think this southern end will have the advantage going out and then the northern end coming in.
So don't constantly look for the cans. Wait till you're in green water and on top of a swell. As we look at the start list, Cronulla are heading to that red and yellow can. Bulli are next to them to the black can. City of Perth, Northcliffe, Wanda Blue, Half Moon Bay from down there in Victoria, Kiwana Waters, and Alexandra Headlands. And of course, many of these clubs have more than one team. You partnered Penny Turner for a number of years in this event and had a great record. And of course, another former champion in this event, Trevor Hendy, is with us as well.
Yeah, this is a great event, the board rescue. It's made up of, you know, you've got your board paddlers and your swimmers going in together. At this stage, late on a Saturday afternoon, they've done a lot of races already. Board teams, swim teams, taplins, board races, surf races. They pretty much know the conditions. Sometimes they've been dragged into this area of the course for the finals where they may not have raced many times. But they've certainly got the nerves out of the way by this stage of the weekend, and it's an exciting race to watch at the finish.
The other thing about it too is you find that quite often swimmers are good board paddlers. Like quite often you'll have a team where either one of you could do the swim or the board leg, because traditionally, just given the movement that's involved, swimmers make good board paddlers and vice versa. That's
right. You often see a combination of two iron women who have got the strength in both legs. It's a great thing to see that the course is really different today. There's a rip running out in the centre at the start, which all the girls jumped into, a little bit to the south of centre, but then that pushes them into the bank out the back. That's when they've chosen to go two different directions. So you can see on that shot, you've got the pack on the left and a pack on the right. That's strange, because remember, they're all swimming to separate cans. They're not swimming to the one can. Now you've got a pack of 5 swimmers heading to the same spot. That's because they've tried to swim around that wave area. There they are there. Well, no, Alexandra Headlands in front in that southern group. Yeah, that'd be Alex Bannon. And so she's way down on the southern end. Of course, they had no choice to go north because her can is the far right can. But that's set her up very well and possibly sitting at about third. And I think she's finishing on that can pretty well. There's where she's got to go. And it's hard from here, but the other two are probably going to be just in front of her as Northcliffe trying to make their way to that red can. Now you'll watch how long she'll keep waving, keep that hand up until she's absolutely certain that her teammate has left. City of Perth are in second, and Kiwana Waters and Alexandra Headlands, then Kiwana Waters are the top 5 as we go down to the beach in Pete Calhoun. Pete.
Yeah, the Northcliffe crew are away well, as are most of our crews now. Cronulla are away. Wanda's still on the beach, and Holmes has now just left the beach from Kiwana Waters. She's got about 25 to 30 minutes to make up.
It really is very imperative when the girls are sticking up their hands out there that they do leave it up for as long as they can. It is very hard to see where their hands are up from the beach. There's no one allowed to tell them, you know, from outside, from coaches or anything like that, that their hands are up. So it's totally up to the board paddler to decide when the right time is to go.
And the great thing about this event too, as we look at the board paddlers trying to make their way through the break, it really is a classic surf life-saving event. You've got the swimmer who is allegedly out there in trouble, and that's why they've signalled, and someone going to get them. It's a fantastic event, right to the roots of what the sport's all about.
It really is. This is the board rescue. You know, this is what we all grew up doing as surf lifesavers. The first thing you do as an under 16 is you get your bronze medallion, you learn how to do the the board rescue. And this is the competitive form of it. You know, the swimmer swims out there as fast as they can. Of course, they're not actually drowning. But you fly out there on the board, you throw them on the front, and together you try and get back as quick as possible. This really epitomises surf lifesaving.
I think the City of Perth crew may have got themselves just in front of Northcliffe. That's City of Perth there and Northcliffe over there. So, look, City of Perth doing a terrific job.
That's the Marriott sisters, Alicia and Jacinta Marriott, and this would be a great result for them to pull this off. It's been a long time since anyone other than a Gold Coast girl, because we're standing next to the one that's won most of it, has knocked these off.
Yeah, and of course they are the reigning West Australian champions. Coming back in, Carly, you've already suggested that some ends are going to be more difficult than others. What's your view of where this race is beginning to pan out now?
Well, it's hard to say. The surf has been everywhere today, but also the factor of how well the girls sit on the board together, that'll play a part. You know, it is very hard when you're coming back together that the board is staying stable and you're not constantly correcting yourself, because you waste a lot of time doing that. So, you know, it's hard to tell at the moment. There's a lull and it could pick up and just break anywhere. And that is what the beauty of the board rescue is about, that it is such a luck event.
City of Perth, of course, picked up a bronze medal in the board relay behind Northcliffe, who took out that event. As the pick-up again, making sure you don't get yourself caught up in the can is very important as we watch this pick-up now.
Under the board. Yep, that was great pick-up. They didn't lose much time over that one.
It's funny that everyone does a slightly different pickup. Some where they go under the board, some where they hop on the same side. We see under there, see, the board goes over the head and she jumps straight on the other side. Some prefer just to hop on, which I find a little bit harder because you've still got to turn the board around a little bit. But it's funny, sometimes they fly in to do two different techniques which are totally different and come out exactly the same place.
As we begin to look at some of the waves building up, and of course trying to control the board in terms of not nosediving, getting two bodies back on the board in these conditions of mighty tough. Now look at this.
And you know, the real balance about this is that the person on the front can't move back until the person on the back's moved.
Hennis and Sheedy from Bulli are on that wave as well. Bulli, City of Perth, Northcliffe, all on the same wave. Or if Northcliffe missed it, I think they're there.
Northcliffe missed it.
They have missed it. So City of Perth and Bulli.
Just the two crews.
And as we've stressed, they do have to run up the beach. Both girls have to have control of the board.
It'll be interesting to see if they've really discussed how they're going to pick up the board, because this is where races are won or lost.
Bulli on the left, City of Perth on the right. Will we see a Western Australian victory, or will it be the girls from the south coast of New South Wales? Well, one of the City of Perth girls has forgotten the board. Bulli are up and running, and I think they're going to be home. Yes, Bulli have won clearly. Great job. Sheedy and Hennis. City of Perth in second position. We'll look back out to sea for third in a moment. Terrific effort. City of Perth, marvellous performance from the Marriott sisters as well. And Cronulla B edging out Northcliffe. Northcliffe had won the board relay, but they couldn't win the board rescue.